in my handbag. How are you? Happy Wednesday. Hope you've managed to stay out of the wind and the rain. I'm currently down in Cornwall and getting blown around very much today. So yeah, I'm giving up on having the straight hair. So excuse all the all the curly frizz. But yeah, it's very blustery down here today. But the sun's coming out, so yay. I hope you're all well. Thank you for joining us to episode 4 of Tips and Tricks, which is going down a storm. I'm so pleased we've had some really amazing people to chat with, and today we've got another one to share with you. Today we've got Paige, Joanna, and who's going to join us to chat about autumn sewing and about a Kickstarter program that she's been involved with, and also her showing you her digital sewing planner. So I'm reading my notes because the brain's gone a bit mad this morning. So yeah, digital sewing planner too. So I'm just going to, she's just invite her to join us here, and hopefully this works. This is does work. So thanks for joining us, everybody. We're just waiting for Paige, and she should be here any moment now to chat all things great.
Hello.
There we go. Hi, how are you?
Hi.
Look at your lovely background. I said today I sent out an email earlier on telling everybody that you were coming, and I said, P.S. She's got the prettiest Instagram page grid. It's always so lovely.
Thank you. Yeah, I love my mural. I always have to do my lives and stuff here, otherwise I feel weird.
It's brilliant. It's really good. So no, I'm away at the moment, so my background is really quite boring, just on a beige sofa and a boring background. So you did that mural, didn't you?
Yeah,
as well.
I actually painted this. I painted this when I was like in my second trimester, pregnant. Up and bit naughty, but up and down a ladder, like painting it. So yeah, it's definitely something I'm so proud of. It's like my little happy space.
Absolutely, it looks lovely. That's your nesting kicking in, was to do things like that. I think that happens quite a lot. How old is your little one now?
She's 2 in December, so she keeps me busy.
2, I know, very busy, and 3 is even busier, I think.
I know,
but lovely.
it's getting more and more hectic.
Oh, but all the ages are lovely.
Yeah, so she's good fun. But how are you, Jo? Are you okay?
Yeah, really well, thank you. So yeah, we've just I've not been in the office this week. We've dropped my daughter off for Exeter Uni last weekend.
Aww.
So we're having a little bit of a breakdown in Cornwall, which is lovely. So thank you so much for joining us for the episode 4. I can't believe it already. Tips and Tricks. It's going down really well, and everybody who's joined us, thank you for joining. And the reason why, well, Paige is, we've been following Paige for quite a long time. One, because her content is so interesting and always so colourful, but 2, it was actually what pricked my interest was your digital sewing planner. So anyway, before we go on to that, so if you tell us, everyone, a little bit about you.
Yes,
and then
sure. So my name is Paige Joanna. I specialise in sewing and craft content here on social media and on YouTube, and I do a mixture of sort of sewing pattern projects, sew-alongs, and cricket tutorials. So I do a lot of stuff on my cricket machine, like upcycling projects and that kind of stuff as well. So I would consider myself a kind of multi-craft connoisseur, because I do a little bit of everything.
Yeah.
But yeah, I kind of do a lot of things, like bright, colourful things, and all of that kind of shows itself in my own little brand as well. So I have an Etsy shop and more recently a little Shopify shop as well, and I sell woven labels, buttons, and a few digital products that I've just launched as well. So yeah, it's kind of still growing. I feel like I've been doing a lot of social media stuff for years, like I've been blogging for years, but it kind of organically changes.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I think that's just being a creative in general, but I absolutely love upcycling and sewing, and that's kind of like always been the thread that runs throughout what I do. So yeah, that's it in a nutshell, really.
So going on your Etsy and Shopify, so what your sewing planner is on that, isn't it? Your digital sewing planner. Yeah. Tell us a bit about that, because the pictures the screens I've shot, it's very pretty as well, which is, it's all very your colours and your design. I love it. Yeah. So tell us a little bit how that works.
So it kind of stemmed from the fact that I absolutely love bullet journaling, and because I've got a little girl, I never had the time anymore, because I used to do it once a week. I'd plan out some pretty pages, and I would sketch out my makes, and you know, I put a lot of time and energy into the templates that I was doing on my bullet journal. And because I wasn't able to do that, I had a gap for something that I wanted that was tangible, and I wanted to be able to have something that was just ready made that I could use for planning projects and you know, putting together things like my fabric stash and my pattern list of my patterns, because I always forget what I've got, especially as a lot of them are digital. I always forget what patterns I have and all that kind of stuff. So it kind of stemmed from that need of wanting something tangible in front of me that I could go to and be like, okay, what am I making, you know? And my husband is a graphic designer, and I met him on a course doing illustration, so we kind of put our skills together, and I wrote all of the content for the sewing planner, and it includes a lot of information for beginner sewers as well. So it's got like a whole like sewing 101 list of all the keywords that you'll find within sewing patterns, and what all
really
the
useful. That's so useful.
And especially as I get a lot of questions from people that want to start sewing. And so now I've got this particular the sewing planner that I can sort of say, oh, check this out, because it's got all of that in there, sort of thing. So there's a mixture of stuff in the planner. It's there's like to-do lists, there's project mapping. I've got a few pages actually. I'll show you.
Yeah, let's have a look. I was just going to say, because actually, if you love, there seems to be some relationship between loving fabric, loving stationery, and loving to be organised. There's definitely a connection.
I honestly think so, because I don't know what it is, but it's like I'm a magpie for fabrics. I know a lot of people in the sewing community love just collecting fabrics, don't they? And just being able to see them like in front of you is just so nice. There's something about just seeing them all together.
Yeah, there is.
But I'll show you. I was actually last night, but this is me adding my own fabrics onto the pages and sort of filling out what they are, how much I've got of it, because obviously it's easy to forget, isn't it? And I just find that so satisfying. So you get pages like that. You also get mannequins, so you can use them as templates to sketch out your project ideas.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, so you can like trace them and use them as like guides and stuff. And then there's also lists like project wish lists, which I started filling in for autumn last night. Monthly calendars, so you can map out what your month's going to look like, what projects you want to plan on doing. There's loads of different stuff in here.
And it's tangible. That's quite nice.
Yeah, there was months of work, and I've printed off quite a few here because I like to have stuff handy that I can just be like, okay, I'll plan that today, sort of thing. But these pages that you can put down your measurements and stuff like that as well. So yeah, there's a lot in it. But also, if it's not stuff that's not relevant to someone, you can just print out, because it is digital, you can just print out what you need, sort of thing.
Yeah. Yes.
So yeah,
I like it. It's like it's like your own personal note, a notebook with pretty things in.
That's it,
isn't it? It's like your own sewing notebook.
Yeah, and the design is based on my own branding, but my husband was having so much fun making little badges for it, and so we had a real good like collaborative effort for it. Last night I was cutting out all new fabrics that I've got, because I've been on a bit of a fabric splurge for autumn. Oh my god, I need to stop myself, but I've got a few new things that I was like, right, I need to plan my autumn projects. And obviously I know we mentioned we were going to talk about that as well today, but yeah, it's suddenly we're in autumn. I'm like, oh yeah, I need to start making autumn things now.
Yeah, let's talk about autumn. It's very autumn this week. It's kind of in a week it's changed, hasn't it? So what are your autumn sewing plans?
I've got quite a few. I always do this at the start of a new sort of season. I'll set myself like 20 odd things, you know, like things that I want to make, and then I sort of probably make a handful of them. But actually, yeah, I was going to show you this. I thought you guys would like to see this. I've been mapping out. This is how organised I am. But I've been mapping out what I want to make. Yeah. And kind of trying to see how things would be able to be styled together. So there's a couple of things. This one, the Anthea blouse, which I know is like a favourite, isn't it, amongst the sewing community?
Yeah.
I really want to make that in this butterfly fabric that I got from the Crafty Pie shop, you know, Brogan from
Yes, yeah,
Sewing
yeah,
Bee?
sewing bee.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I bought
Oh,
this. I
that's
just could not.
pretty.
Isn't that
Oh,
beautiful?
those colours look lovely on you.
Oh, thank
Oh, they
you. But
really do. That you've got that lovely you've got that lovely colour. You've got lovely colour hair, and you've got that
oh,
gentle complexion. That colours all look lovely on you. But it's that
oh,
little
thank you,
bit of
Joe.
peach. It's a little bit of peach in there, isn't there? In one of the
Yeah.
butterflies that really looks
I just
lovely.
saw the butterflies and I just thought, oh, that's going to be so gorgeous for autumn. So yeah, an Anthea blouse is probably
That
one of the next ones I'm
that
making.
is nice.
Yeah,
Like
and
it.
something it's so random, but there's this simplicity pattern. I'll share it on my stories because I can't remember the number of it, but it's like a big snuddy, like a unisex snuddy thing. And I got some fabric from Minerva, and it's like fleece, like really fluffy,
Oh,
like fabric.
golly,
And
cozy.
I was like, this is gonna be my most worn make of
Oh, so
autumn
you're
winter.
you're the lovely age when you can wear things like that. I'm at the age where I was saying, get this off.
I honestly though, I've always been freezing cold. Like that's just me, and I'm like, I need something like warm and snuggly. So
Then you can sit at your sewing machine wearing it.
yeah, exactly that. And
Absolutely.
I think it's going to get a lot of wear. So that's my next project. And it's one of those projects I'm not planning on filming it. You know, when you need a bit of a palette cleanser, you need to just make something for the sake of making. Because I do this as a job. Sometimes I need to sort of just sew for myself.
Yes, without recording every single thing of it.
Exactly. Yeah. So I think it would be the perfect like cuddly make. And so yeah, I'll probably share a photo of it when it's finished, but I'm excited about that.
Will you make one for your little one as well?
Yeah. You know how extra I am. I'm going to make a matching one for Willow, and I've got my husband some fabric. I don't tend to make a lot of stuff for other people just because I don't have time. No. But I'm making Chris a navy blue one, and then I'm making myself like a pink and lilac one. And I got enough fabric so I can make Willow a little mini one.
Oh, that is adorable. I know. That is lovely.
So cute.
Oh, that really is. Oh, so the blouse. Going back to the blouse, what will you wear with the blouse? Will you wear like jeans or?
Yeah, probably. I mean, I've got jeans on today. I usually tend to wear like a lot of my me-made shirts. I wear like ready-to-wear jeans. But I'm gonna make some. Do you know the Saguaro set? So it's a Friday Pattern Company. There's a set. It's like I think a lot of people associate it more with summer, but it's like a little elasticated waist kind of trousers, and they kind of look like this.
Nice.
Just sort of a very, very relaxed kind of trousers.
Relaxed but smart, aren't they?
Yeah, yeah, definitely. And I was originally going to do some scallop hems, but I've decided instead I'm going to do piping down the sides.
Piping's back. That was like an 80s thing, a bit of piping, and now it's back, isn't it? I like it.
I've never sewn with it before, but I've been sewing recently, putting like lacing collars and stuff, and it's a very similar technique, isn't it?
Yes.
So yeah, I'm going to do some piping in the seam, which I thought would be
that would look lovely. Yeah, piping in the seam. And the other thing that's come back, which it's been back for a couple of years, is the wider stripe down the leg. A lot of people have been.
I've seen that actually. It looks so nice. Or putting like a block colour or something.
Yeah, just gives it a little bit of a bit extra, doesn't it?
I've got a really gorgeous. I've just ordered it. A fuchsia pink. But like, what do you bind it? Whatever that piping. That's the one.
Piping.
Yeah, fuchsia pink piping, and then I've got tops and stuff already in my wardrobe that would go with it as well. So it's kind of I can mix and match, which is the aim.
Yeah, absolutely. That is good. Yeah, no, I'm not as good at thinking ahead like that.
Yeah,
I just fall in love with something and think.
It's because I'm terrible at like making stuff, and then I'll be like, I've got nothing to wear. It's like I do, but it's just I don't have anything to wear together. Yeah. You know, but also you know I've just got a little list here. The hazel dress I've been seeing by Veronica Tucker.
Yeah.
I've been seeing it everywhere.
I've seen that.
The one with the dropped shoulder thing. That has gone straight up to the top of my make list just because I've been seeing so many beautiful versions of it on Google.
I'm going to go autumn colours are you, I can see, aren't they?
Yeah, I think so.
You've got kind of an autumn palette.
Oh, thank you.
I can see.
Yeah, I think I'll definitely go for something autumny. I'm not sure on fabric yet. I'm sort of looking around my stash. Well, I don't know what, but I know because you can probably make it in like a nice like buttery viscose or something, can't you? And
yeah, you could.
Yeah,
And I
I
love
love.
things like that because actually they're great for all seasons. If you could, you can
Yeah,
just put, you could put just, chunky tights and just nice boots with it,
yeah.
and a chunky cardigan, and
That's
then in
literally
the
my
spring, just
go-to.
yeah,
And
yeah.
I love the Davenport dress is another one by Friday Pattern Company that I've made a few times now, and it's because it's got longer sleeves. It's good, obviously, in autumn winter, but I've been wearing it all year this year because the summer's not been that great.
No, and it's floaty enough, isn't it? It's
Yeah,
floaty enough to be all right
exactly. It just
for the
cinches it
summer.
at the waist, and it feels like airy enough to wear it all the time. So I love that one as well.
Lovely. So tell us about, so you're late. So tell us about now. We've talked about your sewing planner and your autumn sewing plans, which look amazing. So Mike, I feel like I keep doing
Yeah,
this with my tripod.
I
Sorry
keep
about
doing the same thing.
that. Like just have my
Yeah.
eyes. The kicks, you did a Kickstart program, didn't you? A couple of weeks ago, with about your pic. Was it for the picnic vibe labels?
It wasn't
Was
the
it for
picnic
those?
vibe. So that was one of my launches in the summer with Hey So Georgie. So we did a collaboration on those ones. I've got a few here actually. There's a few left in my store already. So these ones I already stock. These really cute
So
labels. But the Kickstarter was so I could fund some new designs because I know a lot of small businesses will be able to relate, but times have just been so difficult recently, just financially, and I have all these amazing ideas for labels, and I'm not able to fund all of them. So I put together this campaign. It's called the Neutrals Collection, but as you can imagine, my neutrals is probably not the same as most people.
Pretty
But
neutrals.
yeah, exactly. And there's 4 different designs, and the Kickstarter got the funding that it needed, so it finished literally last week, and it means that I can obviously get them manufactured now, and there will be a surplus that I'll put on my shop as well. So they'll hopefully be available in November on my shop. So I'm really excited about them. I'll see if I can get a picture for anyone that hasn't seen them before.
Yeah, well done. That's
Yeah, honestly, it was one of those nerve-wracking moments, like putting yourself out there in that sort of platform, because I thought if it doesn't reach funding, I might just like hide off the internet for a while, just so.
I don't think you have to worry. I think things move on very quickly, don't they?
Yeah, true. But it was nerve-wracking. This is the designs, so you can see there's one called Busy Bee, there's another one that says Good Vibes Only, and then there's another one that says One of a Kind, and the cool thing about them is they're double-sided as well. So you can use the side without text on it, or you could use obviously the illustrative side as well. So yeah, I'm really excited about
they're very
designs, and
pretty.
I can't wait to just have them in person now so I can show everyone. But yeah, I'm gonna hopefully, because Kickstarter, the way it works is you have to wait a couple of weeks after it finishes to get the funding into my bank account, and then once I've got it, then I can obviously order all the stock and everything. So yes, hopefully soon I can order it all. And
so you're hoping before Christmas?
Yes, definitely.
That would be
before Christmas.
Great.
Yeah.
Well, maybe when you've got them, we can come back on again, and you can show them, and we can pop a link in for people to be able to go straight to them. Great Christmas presents.
Yeah. Oh my God. If you know like friends that love sewing, I think they're such a lovely little gift, but also like a stocking filler as well.
Yeah, absolutely. They're lovely.
Yeah,
they're really, but they're unusual, Paige, as well, aren't they? They're a little bit funky, but they're pretty.
I tried to make my labels a little bit different because I started them in 2020, and there wasn't a lot of people doing like labels then. I know now there seems to be like a lot of choice, isn't there? But at the time there was very sort of simple ones, and I kind of wanted mine to be more illustrative.
Yeah,
because
lovely.
that's my background.
Are. They're not just sewn with love or handmade with love.
There's a place for them, and they're lovely too. But I wanted mine to be just a little bit more like unique or illustrative in that way, just to have, because a lot of people that make mine tend to wear them on the outside.
Yeah.
They'll put them on like a cardigan.
Yeah, I think on the outside of the pocket. I think
instead of just having it on the inside, and which again is lovely, but people have almost used them as an accessory in themselves, which I just love seeing that. On the pocket, on dungarees, things like that.
Really nice.
Yeah, and actually, when people tag me in pictures, I'm like, oh, I've never thought of doing it like that. When you see other people,
it's being creative on their own, being different, different to how you're creative with them.
ways to use stuff that you wouldn't thought of, and that's like one of my biggest joys, is seeing people using some of the stuff that I'm selling and then finding new ways of using it. I'm like, whoa, that's a cool idea.
Absolutely, that's what it is, though, isn't it? All sharing different ideas.
Yeah,
That's what's lovely about this whole sewing and crafty community, though, isn't it? Everybody's very happy to share, and Instagram makes everything very easy to share as well.
Everyone is just so lovely, and like sometimes if I'm having a bad day, like on Monday I was having a bit of a down day, just because Instagram can just feel like that sometimes when you're doing it for a living. And the amount of people that just like reached out to me and took time out of their day to say, you know, like, we love your stuff and whatnot. It's so nice. Everyone's so friendly. But yeah, it's a lovely community to be a part of, and I feel like really kind of grateful to be in it, you know?
Yeah. But what you're doing is great. Your content's brilliant. Your products are great. Honestly, you should be really proud, because they're just great products, and I really hope they take off brilliantly for you, because I think they will.
Thank you. This live, I feel like, has been a little bit of an ego boost.
Yeah, absolutely. It's good.
Like,
it's good. So when you really, when you get them, the labels are all very exciting. Please let me know, and we can do another live, because I'm thinking I'm doubling with the idea of doing like the tips and tricks, but talking. You know, the tips and tricks has been really nice, because it's been giving people the opportunity to get to know other people like you and the other people that we chatted with. So it's just sharing information that I think people will find useful in their sewing world, or just a chat that I think people would like to be part of, you know, and just to see. So I'm thinking of doing a Christmas kind of tips and tricks, but not so Christmas products or bits and bobs. Haven't thought of the name yet that sewing people would like. So I've got a few in mind already, and I think the labels would be perfect. So if you get them when you get them, then let me know. We can get a date.
That'd be lovely, like a Christmas like a Christmas countdown type thing.
Yeah,
that would be so nice. I'd love that.
I love anything Christmas, me, so I can start in November quite happily.
I've started thinking about makes now. I know that's terrible, but I was literally sketching out like a Christmas dress.
Well, it's not. You know what? The saying "Christmas in July" in our world, so is true.
Yeah.
But we've been having Christmas fabric coming since kind of March, April time, and the Advent panels have just been flying out the door.
Wow.
Especially the last few weeks. Advent panels and Halloween this year has been.
I need to actually.
massive.
That's a good point, because I'm making an advent calendar, and I feel like your panels would be awesome, because
panels are great. They're really easy as well. I love the little pockets.
Having to measure it all and everything. If it's all there,
it's all there. It's all very easy, and you can reuse them every year, which is what I love. Although people say, yes, I'm buying it because it's keepsake, the Advent panel, and then they see the new designs the following year and say, well, I'm buying this one because it's a keepsake. That's how it is.
Me in a nutshell. Every Halloween, like, I've got a box of Halloween decorations somewhere, but I'm now getting drawn in by all these like velvet pumpkins.
Have
you seen them?
No.
There's so many cute things around.
Lovely. We went yesterday. We went to I don't know if you know Cornwall, but this is amazing. It's called the Lost Gardens of Heligan, and it's just beautiful. It's all woodlands, and then there's these huge gardens. It's just lovely. But they have in one of those lovely massive lean-to greenhouses. There was a whole floor of pumpkins of every shape and size. They just looked beautiful. They were so lovely. But yeah, I think the velvet ones and the fabric pumpkins are. I think they're lovely decorations for October.
I've just rewatched Gilmore Girls, and and I've now just been like drawn into how like whimsical their autumn and Halloween and stuff is, and just like the pumpkins everywhere and all that sort of stuff. And I'm like, I feel like more excited for autumn this year than I think I'm ever excited for.
I know. Why do they all do it? They all do it so pretty, don't they? Like in New York, in Greenwich, with all the lovely the street where there's all the steps and the wrought iron banisters.
I feel like people are getting more like into it now, aren't they? Like decorating their houses and stuff all year round. There's always a place for a wreath.
Oh, you know? There is very pretty.
There's always like room for a summer wreath, a spring wreath, an autumn wreath. You know, so I love all of that.
Yes. Oh, well, thank you so much for joining us today. I've really loved meeting you.
Yeah,
It's been really
thank
nice.
you. It's been such a fun chat. Do you know what? I could talk for hours.
I know. But the poor people have been thinking, we could talk of Gilmore Girls and pumpkins as well.
I think if anyone's come over here because they follow me, they'll know that that's just me in a nutshell.
Well,
just talking.
hopefully you'll get lots more people following you now, and hopefully
thank you.
we look forward to seeing. Well, love your digital sewing planner, and can't wait to see the new labels that are coming out.
Yeah, I'm so excited. So hopefully in the next, I'd say probably 3 or 4 weeks that they'll come. So
keep me posted.
Yeah,
Keep me
exciting.
posted.
Thank you.
Oh, well, anyway, happy sewing, and get making that hoodie for you and your little one, or hoodie. Now I've said that word, that's going to be all on our feed, isn't it? Those things.
Yeah, the ads.
Anyway, you take care.
Bye.
Bye.